So my speech today will be on women's and abortion rights. This is what a little fetus would look like at 6 to 8 weeks roughly. Some people think that it should be considered a human, other people shouldn't, and it's really all just based on your opinions and values. For me personally, I was brought up as it's morally wrong, but throughout the years I feel like it's become something that should be more socially accepted, not only because in some cases it is done for medical reasons, other cases it's for personal reasons, but for whatever reason it is, it's still a woman's body, it's still a woman's rights. So in the last 10 years or so in Washington state, there has been at least a 12,000 decrease in abortions from the years of 2009 to 2018. The number of legal abortions that were reported in 2018 was about 620,000. And currently the government is trying to define what a fetus is and what their rights are, but it's still in the works apparently. My information comes from various doctors' points of views and simple statistics found on the internet within the last few decades. So let's examine what the meaning of an abortion is. Although abortions are prohibited in certain periods of pregnancy, in the end it's not taking just a toll on the baby, but it's taking a toll on the living woman. And what is an abortion, you ask? An abortion is a procedure in which you plan to end a pregnancy, and in the procedures, doctors use either a medicinal or a surgical procedure to remove the embryo or fetus from the uterus. And currently, 30 of the 50 states in the U.S. have a fetal homicide law, which states that if a person is a cause for an unborn baby's death, they will be charged with murder. So for example, if I were to be pregnant and I had a child, and for some reason someone came up to me and they were a cause for me losing my child, that person would be charged with murder. Which in my case, if I were to do it, in some states, yes, such as Texas now is one of the states where an abortion is illegal. Unfortunately, women don't have the choice to have an abortion within that state, but it is possible for them to travel to other states and have the procedure done. And in Washington state, we use our medical funds for medically necessary abortions, which in some cases it would be if the person needs it, like without physically, or if their body physically can't handle this child and they absolutely need to have an abortion. Washington state tends to cover most of that currently. Like I said, it could be like Texas where things change and it's not covered anymore. As of 2019, Washington state prohibited abortions after the fetus was viable, which is typically the 24 to 28 week mark. That is within the second trimester. That is up to, I believe, how long you're able to make a decision, or it's still a time period where a abortion is allowed, but after that you cannot. Typically women do get an abortion within the 6 to 8 weeks, but most women are finding out they are pregnant at the 8-week mark. Women between the ages of 15 and 19 account for 19% of abortions. Ages 20 through 24 account for 33, and 25% is accounted for the women of the age of 30 and older. And for any questions that I found on the internet, it was if an abortion will affect health, and an abortion is safe. If abortion was not safe, it would not be an option for women to have their bodies worked on like that. And another question was both in clinical and if it will take a toll on their health. No, like I said, it would not, just because it is a procedure that is commonly practiced on women, and it will not affect you long term. So let's say later on in the future you would like to have children, it will not affect your body in any way, shape, or form. And some myths on abortions are women are selfish for getting abortions, which is wrong, because it's most women getting abortions due to the lack of money or lack of readiness. Some abortions are not because they are unwanted, or some abortions are not forced on women. Typically, most women, there is under the 1% that women say that their husband forced them. That is, most reasons a woman gets an abortion is because they want to, and research shows most women have a sign of relief after their procedure. And no one has the right to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. And I hope there's changes in the law where things like this are not frowned upon, but yet are more supported. So if anybody has any questions or concerns on the topic, I would just say that please inform yourself in the subject and topics like this. And the more you are informed, the better you are able to contribute to the topic and society. And it is solemnly your own decision as a woman to decide what we should do with our bodies.